Three. Okay, we're running. Hey, Tibi. It's Dakia from Denmark. Okay, so I have. I went through your application, so it's a HTML5 photo gallery, which actually looked very impressive. But that seems to be one of your oldest applications. I never got to install it, although I did test it and all that. But that there wasn't any categories, which was a problem. But it was simple, and you could have text, and even if you had too much text, you could scroll in the text and all that. Very nice, but again, no categories. Responsive slideshow photo gallery. I tried that. That looked pretty good as well. If I remember correctly, it looked like responsive grid folio. So the responsive grid folio seems to be an upgrade. Let's just take a quick look if I remember correctly in regards of. But it didn't have any category, and I would like to have categories, because if there's no categories, it will probably become a pretty good mess if one uses it for let's see, round skin, and let's turn the mobile around here. I'll see if I can make it quick. Responsive full screen with thumbnails, and you had some pretty nice icons as well. And I actually like these wheels. This is a very nice animation. I think that was a very nice animation, and it looks really good. This thing here, smooth and all that. Loading the images. You had the load tumbling, and you had you had some modern icons that actually, well. They seem still a little old, but at least they, I guess they would do. But it worked pretty. I do wonder. It doesn't seem like the icons are in the other version. That anyway. But yeah, I think you had another modern thing, but the thing is, there was no categories. But I think there was actually one more way of with the icons. I can't remember. Maybe it was the other one. But anyway, no. What do you call it? No categories. So the next one was in regards of responsive grid folio. That looked pretty good. It had the categories, so that was nice, and it was very nice in regards of the mobile and all that seems pretty good. You have the images, although I don't know if you could actually, in regards to the information, if you can actually continue to, if you can scroll the information, if you get too much information in them. But that was, minimal. No, we want to have the modern square response. Yeah, let's just take this one. And of course you created them, so of course you probably know them. And you have the very nice animation again. I really like that animation. Of course it's not in the new. And you have the categories, so that was categories. That was absolutely nice. Although I haven't tested it in regards of information. It seems to actually do with the same thing as the other one I've just tested. That actually, so you can. I would think that there's probably not a, in regards to the text. Anyway, let's get. Then there's the Ultimate Grid Pro version, which is said to be an update of the responsive grid folio. And then you had the vertical Ultimate Grid Pro, horizontal Ultimate Grid Pro. And as I understand it, as I figured out, these two are the same as the other one. Sorry, this one. Ultimate Grid Pro pretty much can do the same as vertical and horizontal Ultimate Grid Pro versions, as I understand it. But you just sent me the Ultimate Grid Pro, so I'll see if I can maybe look into that. Then of course we get to the Ultimate Image Gallery that I tried, that I've gone into and all that, and we can just see the first issue with the application. And yeah, sorry for the introduction here, I guess it was really a little long. So full-blown responsive image gallery, support for any large type of format. You have a little mistake there, but anyway, in regards of let's we can, you know, people can understand what you write, so no problem. But here we go. So ultimate image gallery. I must say I have some hard times sometimes reading the top. It's really, but anyway, so here we have the image gallery, as you can see. I must say, in regards of the icons, first, you know, I guess it seems a little half baked. You know, the icon seems a little too small, and a little old style as well. But one of the things that is very catastrophic, that seems to be a big error, is that if I jump into full screen mode, and it works in regards of full screen mode and all that, that's very nice and all that. But one thing that seems to be a bug, a very bad bug, that you have in your own version as well on your website, test website, is if you push this. Now you also have this thing actually up here when it's actually up here. It depends where you have it, of course. But when you have this bar, bottom bar, you have this thing put in there instead of up here, which I don't really bother. Which, you know, it would have been nice to just have it up there to easy access. But anyway, so you have the thumbnails here, and then you have this thing, but it won't go into it in the full screen mode. So I found out when I was testing it on my own version, but I found out this is something that you apparently the application have a problem. As you can see now, it goes into it. So you need to actually go out of the full screen to actually get it to go into it. I have my own version. That's a good question. Let's just open a new. Have my own tested version that I used most of the day yesterday to, you know, the documents, reading through them and figuring things out. And I got through all the things. I'm not sure why it actually gives me this thing in the right and left side in regards to this narrow space. I'll have to figure out why it does that. But you know, it is in a like a box on the computer and all that, but I wouldn't mind actually having it full screen on the mobile. But whatever, it looks pretty good. It's working pretty good. And but here we see the same problem, and apparently I've turned these off. But you have this thing up here when it's turned off, and you can go into, and it looks like it's working pretty good, right? Excuse me. But now we are going into full screen, and full screen works. It's, you know, it looks like it's working, and you can do the thing with your, you know, mobile and swipe it, and they're working pretty good, no problem. So now I want to go into the, you know, the categories. And I push and push and push and push and push and push and push, and nothing happens. Seems to be it seems to be a mistake. I would think that it should actually be able to go into it when you are in full screen mode. It doesn't make any sense that you shouldn't be allowed to do that. So that seems to be an error in the application. Again, the icons are still a little old school, and they're very, you know, they're small, not very small, but, you know, the first application you have, well, they were even smaller, as far as I can see. But anyway, these are very small compared to when you're sitting on the mobile. You know, and I'm sitting on a big mobile, so it's but it would have been nice if they were, you know, a little bigger. And if this was actually working, that would be nice. But as you can see, it's actually, when you go out of the full screen mode, it will actually enter into the you know, into the category mode. Just weird that you would need to, you know, go out of the full screen mode to actually have it work. That just seems counterintuitive, and seems to be an and error. But yeah, and then you get, oh, another thing is when you do this in regards of that category, it's very easy to just jump into a category. So if you're trying to swipe, you know, which can be done, but you know, it's very easy to end up getting it closed because it just takes something instead of just swiping. So that seems to be, you know, it's not working totally good. That's for sure. If I didn't have the arrow keys, it would be a living nightmare in some sense, because again, if you try to swipe, that, you know, it just ends up going into the category. So something seems to be not working so good in regards to that. So that's another point. So let's see here. Wrote down some other points here. Let's see if what I wrote down here. Okay, so yeah, okay. So things that I'm missing here in this application is that it doesn't seem like the user is able to download the image. Which of course I always want the user to have the ability to, I like, you know, by the people, for the people, to the children in some sense, you know. You always want to make it easy for the user and have them, you know, able to download the image or copy paste the text and all that. And that's of course another point that it's seemingly not possible. You have the text here, but the user is not able to do anything with the yeah, well, maybe they are. Let's try that again. No, maybe it just did it like it seems to be maybe a mistake that it did it, because I haven't, okay, no, okay, now it's doing weird things here. Let's go back. But I had problems with actually you know, taking the text and copying it, and but apparently it seems like if I, okay, maybe I can do it. Okay, so the thing is you need to double click on it. Okay, so it seems like it's possible at least on the mobile. If I do wonder in regards of the computer, 2 seconds, I have it on the computer as well, and if I remember correctly, I had problems with that. Let's take, yeah, I can't do it on the computer. Apparently the mobile, if I double click, is able to actually, you know, take the text, it seems. I haven't tried. If I do like this and let's just try again, see if I can copy paste it and see if it actually works. But that, you know, double clicking, would be nice if one could just, I don't know if it, but it would be nice if it would just work out of the box, to copy paste like any other natural thing. Yeah, okay, it does copy paste it. Okay, if you double click on it, but it would be nice if one could just, you know, on the computer at least, do, you know, copy it, because I can't do anything on the computer. It's just so yeah. Oh yeah, we should probably get the camera here. Another thing which is on the computer. There we go. So here you go. You could, yeah, I can, you can see the error. I can't do anything with that, with the writing. Another thing is that if you have too much writing in an image, you can't see the rest. The thing is, you know, it's just not shown, and you have no scroll option at all in this mode, which you had in the first application that you made. You actually had a scroll application was working very nicely. I can't remember if you could actually copy paste and all that, but that was very nice. But you can't do that in this. You can pretty much not do anything in regards of the, yeah, it's just some of the images that I would like to fix in has a lot of text, so that would be pretty nice if it could actually do that. So what do we have else? So download picture for user, yeah, you know, in regards of being able to download the picture, would be nice to have a button for that or something like that. issues or being able to right click, but that's probably, I don't know if that's possible, but at least make an icon for easy download of the image. That would be nice. Issues with getting into categories in full screen, we looked on that. Moving the categories, get you into the category in regards to the mobile thing where we you know, the description text not being able to move. Yeah, that was in regards if you have the text and you have more text than can be shown in the image. There's no scroll, there's nothing that you can, it's just delete, you know, you can't see the thing that, you know, if you have the moving thing where the text goes in, you can see that it just moves, you know, beyond the point. You can't copy or paste it. Well, it seems there's a possibility apparently on the mobile. Oh yeah, space between thumbnails doesn't work either. You have in here, in the index, at least I haven't been able to get it to work. You have the option down here, which is called horizontal space between thumbnails and vertical space between thumbnails. As I understand it, that should be the space that you have in the category, but I can't make it do anything. If I go into this one, the idea, as I understand it, is the space between these now three. The space between there and the space between there, but it really doesn't do anything for me. I've tried different things, doesn't seem to do anything, and that's yeah, so it seems to be broken or something. At least I can't get it to do anything, and I would think it would be the space here and the space when there's like a second line of them and all that. I do have another image as well where I put a lot of text into it, although I haven't activated the 2 seconds show thumbnails. We'll just set that to yes and save, and we'll just go again. Let's see, it should be down here. Now also another thing is that this one, when the thumbnail apparently didn't update it. Let's try to clear data and try again. Okay, it's not always come on, there we go. So again, it moves the thing up here in regards to the category and moves it down in the what is it called, the thumbnails. You know, it would be nice if you could actually make it, you know, stay up there. But anyway, so we have the thumbnails here, and there was one of them where I have a lot of information added to it. You know, it works great if you don't have that much information. It just puts it up there, right? And as you can see, there, and there, I should have one of them where, or maybe it's not. Oh, there we go. So as you can see here, I just put a lot of text into it, and the thing is, there's no way to scroll it, so it's still just fixing the text on the image, and text going beyond that is just not shown. You don't have any scroll option at all. It just doesn't work like the first application you seemingly made. You had a scroll option, and very nice, easy scroll option to do it. That was very nice. So I thought that you would actually have had that with the other applications, future applications that you created. You still have the problem in regards to the full screen. If you go into full screen here and you want to go into categories, you can't go into categories. It must be a mistake that is made. Besides that, it works pretty good. You know, you can go on, swipe it, and another thing I guess is in regards to the zoom. Now it's not totally bad in regards to the zoom. It's pretty, you know, going. But would be nice if you could actually zoom like, you know, normally, like where you take the 2 fingers and just zooms in and out. It's just you know, it would be, you know, if you really want to get into an image and zoom a little more. I don't know It should be possible, shouldn't it? But I would think. But anyway, that would be nice if we could just look like do this and zoom in, you know, or zoom out like this, you know, whatever. Not a big deal, just the thing that would be nice to have. Would be nice to see again an update for the icons in regards of a little more modern look, and a little bigger for the fingers on the mobile, because on the mobile again they are, it's not impossible, but I'm sitting on a big mobile here. I'm sitting on a bigger mobile than I guess most people have, and it's still very small to actually push these icons. So a little bigger icons would be nice for the people having a smaller mobile, you know, being mobile tuned and all that. Another thing is that I figured out, if I do like this, I did wonder if one could make the application have the icons that I have here and here go below the image, or maybe like down here. So I don't know. I don't know if that would be possible to make the icons, the buttons move from, you know, being to the left and the right to go down in a position like this. Maybe that's too much to ask for or something like that. But it just have a lot of space up here when it's in this position. You know, you have this space and this space that could have been used for the image. Of course, I do understand that I can actually drop the arrows when I'm in mobile mode, although I don't know if it actually will make the image bigger. I didn't actually try that. I think, let's see here. Show category button, menu button. That's category menu button, so that shouldn't be anything. No, there should be something else in regards to those buttons. Thumbnails, hide or show button. Something in regards to mobile someplace. Let's see, a mobile. But yeah, I already made it way longer than I wanted to do. So that's bad. Oh, that go. Let's see, search mobile. Oh yeah, show next and previous button. Let's try to say that to no. But I don't think it will do anything, but let's try, because you still have the other buttons in it. So let's see what happens if I do this like this. Okay, yeah. Okay, and then make it full screen. Yeah, it's even if you remove the arrow keys to the left and the right, you still have this huge gap because the other icons are placing themselves, you know, they're still there. So you know, you would have, if you fix the buttons down here in this mode and just push the image a little higher, maybe, you know, so there should be more than enough room for it. That would be nice. As you can see also here with this, you know, there's more room up here. You could move it up here, and then you still have a huge amount of place for some icons down here. It would just be nice, just in this, what do you call it, vertical mode, or what is it called? This, in the horizontal mode, it's pretty good, you know. That's nothing, you know, that's not really anything in regards of, you know, the icons is laying down there and out there, so it uses most of the screen space. It's just in regards of mobile optimization and all that, and you still have the, yeah, that works pretty good as well in regards of these connects. Yeah, I think I can do like this as well. Yeah, that seems to work. Although it might have been nicer with just where it just would follow your finger, maybe, in regards, like, you know, instead of doing this, then just, you know, if you took the finger, it would just move. Maybe that would be a nicer, so you could just move like this and it would move with the finger. That might actually be nicer than needing to swirl it like this. That would be more user, yeah, I think. Just a thought anyway. But you have the information ultimate gallery. Yeah, there we go. But again, in the old version, you had this scroll thing here, and you could just scroll it, so there was no problem in the mobile. It was very nice in the first application you made with that. Although it didn't, this seems to have some issues in, you know, it it didn't really fix the images like. But anyway, yeah. In any case, I haven't looked deeper into it because it takes so much time to look into every single application and set it up because there's so many settings. But again, you can see it doesn't work in regards of going into the categories. So and it goes into the categories when you go out of full screen mode, as you can see. And then you have the problem if in regards of swiping these categories in that mode. And we seem to have a breakdown as well here, which I've also had before that. So also another thing that sometimes it swigs, what is called swiggles. It seems like, you know, where the arrow keys are, it tends to flickering. Oh yeah, it flickers sometimes. So it seems a little, you know, half-baked, you know, not that, you know, it does a lot of things, you know, don't get me wrong, Tibi, it does a lot of things, but it does seems a little half-baked, you know, on some of the levels. So, but anyway, you sent me the other thing. I don't know if I should try that today. You know, it's pretty rough on the brain. Going all through, and I'm sure there's probably a lot more settings in that thing in regards of the Ultimate Grid Pro. Probably have a lot more settings than the Ultimate Image Gallery. So that would be the responsive grid folio, which was the former one, should have some of the, you know, the version 2 should have the same abilities as the no. Anyway, or the responsive grid folio should have the same things as the Ultimate Grid Pro, I would think, and as I understand, you updated the Ultimate Grid Pro too, but I think they might have the same problems in regards to the text. Now, in regards to the text, in regards to the first thing that you made, and it looks very nice on the computer as well when it just mixes, you know, fix all these. Let's see here. Although you need to make like, you know, you have the original image, and then you need to have two kind of tumblings. Yeah, where did I get this way? I hate these, you know, privacy matter. Yeah, and of course issues with that as well. Yeah, click OK. So where can I click OK? Apparently like that. Okay. So you had a live preview of that and was looking very nicely. Although on the mobile, it doesn't really, you know, you have space. Not that it's totally, but you didn't have any categories in this. And the bottoms are, you know, are smaller than what you had on, even smaller than what you had on the others, where you also still have small buttons. But it worked very nice, you know, it's loading, but it's very, very small on the mobile. It's working, it's very nice, although there's this huge gap, and of course you fix that in the other applications where it actually uses the space. So that was kind of, well, you know, it's not too bad, you know, having the gap. At least it's working, right? And then if you go into one of them, you have a pretty nice, but still the icons are, and you also have this bug over here where the one icon apparently goes, but that could probably be fixed because you probably have the same method as the other application where you can spread the icons out. So this is probably in regards of, you know, making pixels between the icons. So you can probably fix that but the icons are even smaller. It works very nicely besides that, but very small. But the thing is, if you have the image header description, and if this is too much, you can just scroll. Look at that. You know, it's just functioning very smoothly, and you have and I would think that you could probably put as much text as you want, you know, as a user. But there you go, look at that. Well, this is wonderful, Tibi. You know, this is just working. So I would have thought that it would actually have worked like that in the other applications, that, you know, the more modern applications where you could just put in more, you know, the text if you needed it. But apparently not. So it's like, I'm trying the different applications that you have. and I'm finding, finding something I like here, and something like, and then there's something other issues, and and of course there's no download of the image either, as far as I know, and you can't just download it, so that's another. I actually tried your, which was actually pretty nice, but it didn't have categories, and it didn't really, I don't think it had a full screen mode in either. That was in regards of your slider version 2 and all that. You have pretty good big icons here for the mobile. They're very looking very nice. That's although I don't understand why it doesn't have these squares, but maybe that's maybe that's I would have thought you would have arrows in it, but let's try to take another view more. But you don't have it. You don't have any categories in this module. So yeah, there we go with the arrows. You didn't have any, but they're pretty nice in regards of size, and they work pretty good. And I don't know. Apparently, you don't have much zoom in the mobile version either. But on the computer, I think you can actually zoom pretty good. So again, there's no category. That's no go. The icon seems pretty nice. So that we have some zoom. It doesn't really seem to. Anyway, of course, the image is also less of. That's nice, more normal pictures and not so much nudity and all that. Very nice. Again, the icons are very nice, but no categories, no really zoom much, Would have been nice to, yeah. I don't know, I guess the preferred thing would be like if you could put the images in a folder or multiple folders. Have one folder with multiple folders, and that the application could make a catalog, or what is it called, like out of these folders, and then you could maybe put text files in it for the text, and it would be able to edit it for itself, so you could control it from the outside and then make it, I don't know, so you could go, so you didn't have to, but I guess that might give less control, I don't know. But would it be nice if you just like the MP3 files, where you could just put it in the folder and then it would just make it automatically, and maybe put some text files to the, if there's text or something like that. That would maybe be a I don't know if it's but anyway, you sent me the other version, so I'll take a look on that. I think in regards to the of that what was it called? Yeah. Anyway, that was annoying. So yeah, I'll take a look on the thing that you sent me today in regards of the Ultimate Grid Pro. But I think I will run into some of the same issues in regards of, for example, the text and all that. I'll see if I'll get around that today. I'll see if I get around it today, because I still have the other one, and I still want some images into the Ultimate Gallery and that's really annoying. I still want to look into the Ultimate Image Gallery and get some other images put into that and all that. So I'll see. It takes time. Everything takes time, as you know. Hey, don't don't get me wrong. It's very nice with applications and all that. I just didn't really find anything where I'm just totally saying this is it. Looking for something with. And by the way, that's me. By the way, hello Tibi. So I'm just looking for something that, have categories where you can actually write text, where people can easily copy the text and easily copy the images if they want the images, by the people, for the people, to the children and so forward. Not all this security in regards of not, copyright. I don't care about copyright. Copyright is, of the devil, pretty much. I hate copyright, in regards to this. In the past days when the internet was growing, we were just taking from each other. That was the idea. Someone made something, and then we would. I know it's in regards of, but that was, someone made a video, or GIF file or image file, and people took it, and people didn't expect people to ask because everybody did it. And this is very, very annoying. Could you just stop with that chat thing and all that? But that was the idea of it, that everybody just shared, and someone could do this and someone could do that and all of that, and then you would take from one website to another website and use whatever and all that. I know in regards, I'm not talking about your programs. I'm just talking about the daily things in regards of. That was the idea, of it, and I think it should still be the idea that, I expect everybody to come to my website to just take whatever they want in regards to whatever I have put forward of images and text and all that. There's no copyright. I don't want any copyright on the text. If anyone wants to use it, they are more than... if they want to use my design of the web page, which is not, it's a mess. But anyway, the idea was, if I ever get to make a very nice setup of the web page, I will make a zip file and throw it out there so people can take it for free, and maybe, I don't know, I still have a long way, and the HTML and all that, and I'm still a big mess. Well, I would like to make a good, what do you call it, platform for that, and so people don't need to go into all the things that I've gone into, and just be able to really quickly set up a pretty nice website which is mobile friendly and all that. Anyway, we'll see how far I get to it. There's so much to do and so little time, and only one brain here that doesn't work so good, overstretch. Anyway, Tibi, I think I have already made this way too long. Thank you for listening to it, if you actually listened through it. Thanks for your programs and your programming and all that. I still need to look into the video update. The problem with the update is that usually you cannot just copy paste them, so it still take, the video application you have is having like what 200 things or something like that. So you have like 200 things that you need to get through, because I've tried where you copy and another update over the other one, and it just ruins it. So every time I have updated the video player, I have to go through every single thing again to check and take from the old and put it into the new and check if it works or not and so forward. So that's a huge takes a good amount of time, and because my brain is not working so good and all that, and overstretched and all that, it's just not making it easier. But anyway, I still have your update I need to fix on the home page, although I have some ideas that might actually make it also easier for me in regards to the full screen mode, in regards to, but I'll have to look that into the future. But anyway, I'll need to have your update your new version, but I haven't gotten around to that. And now I looked into the image things, lots of things to do, but I should really get that working actually, and begin to use it and try it out and see what I can find of issues here and there. That's a very nice player, but it takes time to set up, that's for sure. But when it works, it's very nice. And yeah. Anyway, take care, Tibi. Thanks for your applications, and take care. And yeah, that's all from me. May Jehovah be with you, and Yeshua be a most precious pearl, and the Spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Have a good one. Bye bye.